Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो धारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%, करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Bhagwan Shankaracharya, in his Dakshinamurti Stotra, in the second verse, if I remember correctly, says, Bijasyantarivangkuro jagadidam prang nirvikalpam punaha. Like in a seed, the whole tree is hidden. And what is that? Maya kalpita desha kala kalana vaichitra chitri krutam. Out of that one seed, Maya kalpita, the projection of the Maya, three borders are created. We are talking on beyond borders. So we must know what are the borders. Three borders are created. Desha, Kala, Kalana. Time, space and objects. When we are in deep sleep, I hope nobody is now. So, when we are in deep sleep, that time, where are we? No desh, no space. Where are we? What is the time? And what are we? My friends, one point I will emphasize shamelessly, whether you want or not, but that is real spiritual practice. All other things are okay in their own place. See? And the real spiritual practice is learning from our every single experience. If we do not learn from our every single experience, we are leading a life like a robot. Robot doesn't learn. We have to learn from every experience. And when we start learning from our experiences, what happens? Two things happen. One, we grow. And second, we grow wise. And when we don't learn from our experiences of life, then we grow otherwise. And these otherwise grown people are a problem for everybody. Friends. And what is the otherwiseness? Otherwiseness is only this: bringing the dead past in the present. Friends, about past only, there is one spiritual practice: select, shift, delete. You cannot undo your past. And we should not want to relive our past. Two And the second thing is that we are where we are all alone ourselves. If we are alone, without getting bored and lonely, then we are walking spiritual path. But normally what happens when we are all alone, either the old things, or else worries about the future. What will happen? What will happen? One old man in Mumbai asked me this question. Swamiji, don't quote my example in your lectures. I said, okay, I will quote, but without your name. Don't worry. Because I learn from you. Therefore, you are all my gurus. Remember this. Guru is not a person somewhere. Guru is our ability to learn from everything in life. So, I learn from you, therefore, I will tell. His question was, Swamiji, I am afraid what will happen after I die? I said, those who are alive, they will be happy. Thank God, gone. See, friends, remember this basic principle in life. So important. We have not thought about it. When I is not there, my wife cannot be. When I is not there, my property cannot be. If I is not there, my children cannot be. If I is not there, my country cannot be. Everything is centered around I, is it not? So in deep sleep, who are we? Nobody. Upanishad clearly tells, Tatra mata amata bhavati, tatra pita apita bhavati. In deep sleep, we are neither mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, patient or doctor, nothing. What are we? We are happy. Learn. We are happy. And when we are happy, what we do? We make noise. See, when the marriages are conducted, how much noise? Because that is the only day they are happy. See, friends, therefore, when we are in deep sleep, we are happy. Why we are happy? Because we are nobody. And it is rightly said, nobody is happy. It is true. It is nobody alone is happy. Somebody is always miserable. See? Now we will do small experiment. Become husband or wife and think. Stop. Become parent or children and think. Stop. The last experiment. Remain as nobody and think. Experiment over. Now let us see what are the findings. When we become husband or wife, the thoughts are pertaining to wife or husband. When we become parent or children, thoughts are pertaining to children or parents. But when we remain as nobody, for the eruption of thoughts, reference is required. See, friends, these references are border number 1. we become somebody, then Maya kalpita desha kala kalana vaichitra chitri kritam. Maya viva vijrumbhayatyapi Mahayogi vayasvechaya. Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye. So that Dakshinamurti Bhagavan is not somewhere above the clouds. Every one of us is that. There is absence of waker in the dream. There is absence of dreamer in the waking. There is absence of both of them in the deep sleep. But there is one factor which is never absent. That ever presence is Dakshinamurti. Now this Dakshinamurti, he projects time, space and object. These are the three borders in our life. And the three borders have their base on this somebody. So till such time, this somebody is taken as real and valid, you cannot transcend samsara. You have not gone beyond the borders. And you know the best part? We are all tied down, imprisoned in these three borders. And it is only for this purpose we go to sleep. Wise men sleep even in the satsang. Those who sleep in the satsang, I like them the most. You know why? They don't find out my faults. Those who are awake, they, Swamiji, you told something wrong. What for you come for satsang? For being happy, is it not? Others are struggling. These are happy. ठीक है, तू बोलते रहो क्या? See, friends. And therefore, to transcend this, the imprisonment in these three borders, we go to sleep. Now again the first principle, learn from your every experience. When we are not identified with the body, do we disappear? When we are not identified with our mind, do we disappear? No. Think. You don't have to do anything. Only learn. And then one day we will discover this. We are not because of the body. The body is because of me. The space is not because of the pot. The pot is because of the space. When we create a pot, we can add milk, water, coffee, we can add. Do we have to add space? What is the reason? The reason is the pot is created in the space. Exactly the same way. This body is created in me. If I am not there, if there is no space, nothing can be created. See, my friends. Therefore, this border which we have created, only this much I am. Beyond that I am not. And this border disappears. See? In earlier days, when I used to travel by train, many years before, those days AC compartments were also not in Indian Railways. So we used to go in 3-tier And then long journey from Kerala to Calcutta, 3 days. So you sleep there. Then when we are sitting, don't come here. Keep away. I versus you. And when we sleep, all of us, sufficient heat and lot of jerks and too much of noise, finally you get tired and you want to sleep. So when you sleep, then my feet are in somebody's lap, no objection. Somebody's hand is in my pocket, no objection. All problems disappear. So what is the first border that we have to cross? The first border is this. Remain as nobody. But we are carrying the burden of plural, somebodies. I am mother, I am father, I am husband, I am wife, I am rich, I am poor, I am doctor, I am patient, I am psychiatrist, I am mad. A mad psychiatrist, okay. How many eyes? Inside, it's a poultry farm. Once I was taken to some poultry farm. He had a huge affair, poultry farm. He says, Swami, please come and see. I said, I don't eat eggs, I don't eat chicken. Why should I come? He said, no, you please come and bless. Can you imagine? Mahatmas can bless the bird. What can I give more eggs? Life is such a great fun if you have that ability to discover joy in this world. So I said, okay. And my principle is same, you have to learn. So when I entered that buyer or whatever you call, and I was standing quiet. Then birds, they came and somebody pecked me on my foot. So I did. The moment I did like this thing, that bird became frantic. And the whole the whole poultry farm. I said, exactly, this is the condition of our mind. Constantly. If you want peace, be one. Upanishad says, Dvitiyatvai bhayam bhavati. Wherever there is a sense of otherness real, the following things happen. Number one, fear. Number two, desire. Number three, anger. In Kerala, during summertime, it's so hot and also sultry. So their flooring is made out of cement. And they sleep directly on the cement flooring during the summer. And you know Keralites only lungi and their Madhya Pradesh is out and they are sleeping. So when their heavy hand lands on their stomach, they are not afraid. But if in place of that hand, if a small lizard tries an experiment how to land on a helipad, that stomach looks like a helipad. The moment it lands, that heavy person, he will jump out. Hey, what is there? Because there is something other. See, friends. So, this border is body identification. See, friends, body identification happens by default. You can't stop it. Then what is to be done? Now we are trying to learn how to cross the borders. You have to go beyond the borders. The first, the Maha Mantra that we heard, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. So when I am identified with the body, nothing wrong, everybody is identified, but I must remember, at this moment, who am I? When I look at you and when I look at somebody and I am reminded of my mother, oh, my mother is also like her only, but where she will be now, what she will be doing. The moment I have become a son, I am not doing justice to my position as a teacher, is it not? So getting identified with the body is not the problem. The problem is we are unable to keep our clarity. We are at a given time, in a given period, at a given place, in a given position, we should be 100%. That's it. How important it is. It's very simple. It's not difficult. And for this, we don't have to do anything, my friends. And why we are not able to do? Because we have not practiced this. What practice we have to? We have to remain focused on whatever we do in life. That's all. And for this, we don't require any external support. Only living in this utter awareness. And to remember what I am at this moment. And why we are unable to attain this? Because we are unable to sort out the poultry farm inside. One example I'll tell you. This is how I learn from examples. One lady in Mumbai, she came to meet me. And she had some bandage in her palm. And she came like this. Swamiji, I want to talk to you. So when she came with a bandage in the hand, I did namaskar to her. I said, Kali Mata Pranam. He said, Swamiji, you always make fun. I said, no, you are blessing me, so I must do pranam to you. And I don't ask anything to anybody. Why should I ask what happened? This is most important spiritual practice. We don't want to know anything about anybody. And we don't want to tell anything about to anybody. What will you talk? Today it is going to rain, I think. No. They say it will rain after 2 o'clock. No, they say 1 o'clock. Now these kind of discussions don't create samsara. How simple spiritual life is. Like, many people, Indians are expert in that. Whenever anybody says, Swamiji, where are you from? Where were you born? Why were you born? How were you born? Was it a normal delivery? Was it, Are Ram? There is no need to know anything about anybody in this world. If you do this experiment, yesterday we did it. How many fingers? 4. They are 4 only because we are seeing the absence of the fingers in between. But are we aware that they are 4 because of the space in between? We are not aware of that. See, exactly the same way, we have to consciously remain aware that are we getting involved in this world? Remain. And how do we get involved in this world? Either we ask about the people or we tell about ourselves. So this lady, she says, Swamiji, you don't make fun of me. I said, no, Mama, there is no need to make fun of you. You are self-sufficient. Tell. Then she said, I was cooking. No, I was not interested in it, but I had to tell. See, Swamiji, I was cooking and I was having a very heated uh, argument with my husband, and then I was making chapati, and then in that heated argument, I forgot that there is no chapati on the tawa. And then in that heated tawa, to take out the non-existing chapati, I put my hand, and the tawa got stuck to my hand. Now tell me, oh God, why do you like this? God has got better things to do. Now, what was happening? When you are cooking, be a cook. But while cooking, you become husband, accidents will happen. See, friends, spiritual life is not complicated. Spiritual life is remain relaxed, cheerful. We don't have to prove anything to anybody. We don't have to justify. Relax. No, actually, I wanted to come early, but but who asked you? One of our Mahamantra. Who asked you? These borders are separating us from the totality. And this I learned from whom? I had a fortune of moving and taking the blessings of many Mahatmas, not one, many of them. And none of them ever asked me, where are you from? What is your name? What is your profession? What are you educated? Not even once. That was a lesson for me. If you have to know about God or know about yourself. What is worthy of knowing? That we must know. Now, this example, common example. Tell me, who was the 9th president of Canada? I don't know, yaar. Does it make any difference? What was the number of glasses of Mahatma Gandhi? Come on, yaar, I don't know. Does it make any difference? What difference makes is whether we know ourselves or not. Vedaisha sarvai ahamiva vedya. Vedya, worthy of knowing. What is worthy of knowing in this world is who am I? All other things have no meaning. It doesn't make any difference. But why we are not able to achieve it? Because we are tied down in so many borders around us. And these borders are beginning from our body identification. When we write our application form, what do we write? DOB, date of birth. Before that, I was not there. So are we coming out of absence? Can anything be created out of absence? From a non-existing mother, a non-existing child was born. Language-wise, the sentence is complete. Meaning-wise, useless. Friends, it's so simple. But then we get lost in that. So, date of birth, and thereafter, what is the size? Size is what? 4 feet tall, 6 feet wide. So, date of birth, time, size, space, weight, 2 tons, object, desha, kala, vastu. In deep sleep, all these problems are not there. Therefore, spiritual realization is living in the waking like a deep sleeper. Bhagavad Gita tells this principle. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sanyami. Yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato munehe. The wise awakened man is living in the divine and indifferent to the world. And the otherwise man is indifferent to the divinity and taking this world as real. Therefore, three things we have to understand. Only three borders. One border, body, identification. Second border, we are a soul in a body. And third, spiritual practice means what will I get? This question will be erased from our mind. You will see all our spirituality is only on this thing. So we go to the Lord, oh Lord, please keep me healthy, please do this thing, please. And this can be conquered only by wisdom. There is no other way. How to think about it? Imagine, for the sake of imagination, one person lived for 25 years and died. Second person lived for 100 years and died. Third person lived for 500 years and died. The fourth person lived for 1000 years and died, for example. Now, is it that the person who lived for 25 years, he had a short childhood? A person who lived for 100 years, he has a long childhood. A person who lived for 500 years, he had a very long childhood. And a person who lived for 1000 years, he had a very long childhood? No, childhood is the same. Childhood doesn't change according to the longevity. And real life is lived when you are a child. But all the time, you must have seen these people give Ashirvad. Shatayushi bhava. For what? Suffering. See, friends, we have to get out of this body. And if we are working on this, then the second step will come. That this world is real only when we are identified with the body. When we are not identified with the body, we live in this very much world, but we don't take it as real. Once I had a watch. Those days, Rado watch was very famous. These Apple watches were not there. And like somebody gives me, I am a free person, everything free, including life and death, no problem. So somebody gave me a Rado watch, and people saw that, oh, Swami is saying Rado watch, very expensive. It doesn't matter, it's free. So I had some problem somewhere for some reason. So I had to give this watch to somebody and get some money because I was in a very terrible mess. So I gave to him, took money. I said, I'll return it, then you return me the watch. And somebody who saw that is my watch, he came and told me, Swamiji, your watch that man has, and it fell from his hand, and somebody stepped on that and it broke. I acted, realized. I said, look here, anything in this world is, that which is created is destroyed. So what? It's okay. What was the reason? Because I already had the money out of it. No problem. It is no more mine. When you have discarded ownership, you can never be miserable in life. See, these are the borders we have created. Start from your own body onwards. Is it we have created the body? Is it the body listens to us? And yet, all our life is lived as the body, for the body, on everybody. And then we write autobiography of a Dumbo. I was born in such and such date, and then I was growing vertically. Then I went here and there, and then there was a ceiling. But I didn't give up. I started growing horizontally. And all the time, only about body, body, body. Try to talk without reference to body. Do you have to observe more? See, friends, but all the time with reference to body. We have to learn to forget. Forgetting the world is remembering God. But we are all the time worried. And how do we worry about the world? For that we must know what is the world. This example I give recently somewhere. See, one of my professional hazard is I have to take food in different houses. 365 multiplied by 3. So many different places I take food every year. And my spiritual practice is I have to praise this food. And when the food is horrible, but I have to praise because I am a Swami. I can't condemn something. Then I praise in a spiritual language. Swamiji, how was the food? Oh, it was sattvic. That means no taste. What else can you do? So I went to somebody's house and that they had a small daughter, maybe about 5, 6 years. So she came and asked me, Swamiji, I said, yes. And the question was, when was the world created? Where from the world begins and where the world ends? Such a dumb question cannot be asked by a child. So I said, hey, you are so intelligent. Who asked you to ask me this question? And innocent girl, Mummy. Then I called her mother. I said, Mama, why don't you ask me directly? I don't eat human beings. I am not a cannibal. No, Swamiji, I am afraid of you. Then I said, okay, I'll reply your question. But then you should not argue and you should reply my question. When did you wake up this morning? Swamiji, I said, you are arguing. Simply tell me. When did you wake up in the morning? 7 o'clock. I said, the world is created at 7 o'clock. Second question, where from the world begins? The world begins from your body. Where the world ends? The world ends when you come back. So, the world is not anywhere. It begins from our own body onwards. This is the barrier. This we have to cross. In Mumbai, I was invited somewhere for dinner. And this principle I learned from America. There is nothing like free dinner in this world. So, I was invited for dinner. I ate nicely. And when I was just to go, so they say, Swamiji, our grandmother is not well, please bless her. Now, I have taken their food, how can I say? For a bribery. So, I went to that room where she was lying down. She was in the bed and she was in coma. And a nurse was attending to her. So naturally, I will talk to nurse. So I said, hey, how are you? Everything fine? Yes, you are looking very healthy. Keep your health. Health is essential, okay? And are they paying you regularly, properly or not? Yes, yes, yes. So let us pray to the Lord till you get a next assignment. Let this old lady continue in coma. When I was just talking, those people came to watch me, how I bless. I am also a great dramatist. Immediately when I saw they came, I took that dilapidated hand of that comatose lady, put my hand on that, and started doing prayers. Who can challenge what I am doing? See, drama. And after that I left. After third day, he came for my satsang and he told me this. Swamiji, do you remember me? I said, no, I have forgotten God. Where will I remember you? I don't remember anything. No, you came to our house that day and you had a dinner 3 days before. I said, it has all gone out. It is not there now. I don't keep the food 3 days in my stomach. It's gone. No, 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 no. Our grandmother was ill and you blessed her. Then my heart started palpitating. What happened because of my blessings? If she survived, this fellow has come to kill me. And if she dies, my blessings kill the people. Then we could not see her miseries. Because of your blessings, God has heard your prayers and she is relieved from her pains. See, complicated. They wanted to tell because she died very good. Then I told her, hey, come to normal. What? A person who is in coma never suffers because he is not identified with the body. A person who is in coma never suffers. Then who suffers? Those who have to pay the bills. They suffer. And how long, yaar? Every day 5,000 rupees. I don't know, so much bank balance. All the money she has saved is going only in that. Enough is enough. See, friends. Therefore, where from the world begins? From body identification. In body identification only, I am mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, and all that. And who are miserable? These non-existing entities are miserable. Separate the man from the husband. Show. Friends, spiritual life is a journey from the husband to the man. Is this journey in time? Is this journey in space? Is this journey demanding any efforts? And is there anybody who is performing this journey? If you can catch this, friends, Spirituality is a journey from the virtual reality to the actual reality. So what is the border? Border are Borders are those which we have created. If we have created the borders, we have to go beyond them. When I get married, I have created a border around me. I am a husband, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a father, I am in-law, I am outlaw. And then who is miserable? These bordered entities. And then our struggle is, I want to be happy as a mother-in-law. And mother-in-law can never be happy. Why? Because she has tortured the daughter-in-law, and therefore the result of the torture are coming back. Slowly, if we recognize at the root of every misery, there is somebody sitting, and somebody doesn't exist. We don't have to struggle, just think properly. One man is son to his father, husband to his wife, father to his son. Has he become three? And who are miserable? These three fellows. Our struggle in the spiritual life is like we look into the waters and we see our reflection there. And start, oh God, I have fallen in the water, let me pick him up. So you take a fishing net and try to take it out. You cannot, because it is just an appearance, it's not the truth. So if we want to go beyond the borders, we first of all must recognize what are the borders. So the first border is this. I am body, I am body. Now the second border is how to cross this border. There are people who want to cross this border by committing suicide. But committing suicide is not crossing the border. It is something like, you avoid something and do something wrong. आकाश से टपके खजूर पे लटके. Therefore, the only way to cross this border is this. What is the way? Be attentive. Recognition of the illusion as an illusion is the only way to transcend illusion. There is no other way. We see the rainbow. It is so beautiful. My honey, she likes it very much, Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll take a piece of the rainbow and take for her. No. There's a lot of water shortage, So when I was coming, I saw a lot of mirage waters, so I wanted to fill in the buckets and bring it over here. Recognize three things. Number one, something is. What is, you can do nothing to it. Something is not. That which is not, nothing can be done to it. The third option, something is not, yet it appears. And that creates problem. See? We have to discover this. Nobody can do it. So, when I get married, I become husband. Then, what is the position of the man? Man is, no problem. Second, he is not married, no problem. The third, he is married. Thereafter, he became husband. Now, is husband reality? Think about it clearly. And this I learned from one girl. Therefore, you are all my gurus. There was some function in their house. And her mother told, you cannot be present for this function. You come after the function is over. So, but why? Don't ask me. Go and ask Swamiji. We are freely available. So she came to me. Swamiji, there was some function in our house and my mother told, go, you cannot be present in this function, get out. Come after the function is over. Swamiji, I am divorced. Yes, I know you are divorced. Because I don't have a husband, my mother told me you cannot be present in this function. Then she asked, but why not? So we are freely available. Go and ask Swamiji. So she came to ask me, Swamiji, Mummy asked me to ask you. I said, tell your mummy, I don't want to get married to you. No, not for that. Then for what? Her question, be attentive. Her question, after divorce, the girl becomes widow or not? Think. Where the wife has gone. Learn this. The one who is not existing, the wife, and the one who is not existing, the husband, they divorce each other. Means what they have done? Both of them are staying in the same house. But now no more husband and wife. So where is that husband? Where is that wife? And who are miserable? These non-existing entities. Therefore, what is a spiritual practice is simply this thing. Don't take life too seriously. And for that, our Maha Mantra, living at zero complaint level, no complaints. And friends, nobody can do it for us. We have to live our life. We have to die our death. We have to lead our spiritual practice. There is no proxy. Maharaj, you please do Mrityunjaya Maha Mantra japa for me. Okay? No, I'll pay for you. Okay, give money. Take. Sawa rupiah. 1 rupee 25 paise. Then that man turns back and Babaji says, Sethji, over. Mahamrityunjay japa so quickly over. Yes, 1.25 रुपए में ऐसे ही होता है. Friends, remember this basic principle of spiritual life. There is no proxy. We have to live our life. We have to die our death. We have to lead our spiritual life. Nobody can do it for us. And the second thing, we can deny good things. Like suppose I get a World Recognition Award from United Nations. Suppose I get it. Then I tell my boss, Virendra Pal, hey, I am very busy. Go and take it. He'll be very happy. He'll go to the United Nations And when my name is called, he'll go with the form. Thereafter, after a few days, they discover I am a terrible criminal and I deserve to be hanged. Second karma I had done. Again I did. I said, hey Jitendra, come on, go and do it here. I can't go. No. Punya, good things can be denied. Sins you have to go through. Miseries you cannot transfer to others. Happiness you can transfer. Miseries you have to go through without becoming miserable. Therefore, this barrier of body identification, all the life we are living as the body, for the body, on everybody. Only reason is we are not learning. See? Bhagavan says, Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara prapti dhirastatra namuyati. Our childhood body has gone. What difference it made? The teenage body has gone. What difference it made? The middle-aged body has gone. What difference it made? The old body will also go. Where is the problem? But we want to live long for what? Friends. More than how many years of life we live. What is important is how much life we lived in short period. What was the creative, active period of Swami Vivekananda? 400 years, 500 years, 80 years, 90 years, 100 years. Hardly few years, isn't it? More than adding years to your life, add life to every moment. See, my friends, if we simply want to read the published work of Swami Vivekananda, our whole life will not be enough. And it is only published work. Unpublished, we do not know how much it is. Because he lived fully, 100%, and no time as somebody. Because life was lived through him. And therefore, he had no problems of any kind. Problems will come, dash, become important and go back. Problems go to those who respect the problems. Insult the miseries. Miseries will become miserable and go away. But little bit things happen, we give great respect, Oh, this thing happened, yeah. Then miseries will say, yeah, this is a good place to go. See? I have come to Providence. I am staying with Jitendra. And I am getting all comforts. Very happy. If somebody asks me, Swamiji, I am going to Providence. Can you suggest me where should I go? Go to Jitendra. He's a very good host and a very nice person. Go to him. Now take other example. I go to him and I am given all possible difficult problems. I go to take shower, no water. Halfway, soap is applied and water gone. Then I go to the toilet. There is neither toilet paper nor the water there. Oh God. I take food. The vegetable is full of spices, no salt. And the dal is full of salt and no spices. God. And I am given all possible miseries. Again, somebody asked me, Swamiji, you went to Providence. Where do you suggest I should stay? Stay anywhere. Don't go to him. See, friends, whenever we respect miseries, miseries come to us. Make the miseries miserable. You have crossed the border. Nobody can make us miserable unless we cooperate. See? Like nobody can teach us unless we want to learn. See, friends, therefore, this is the first border, body identification. And nobody can do anything for us. All the great masters. When Bhagavan Ramakrishna Paramahansa was having his end days, some cancer, etc., the devotees used to ask him, why don't you tell mother to stop this pain? And he was also worried. How can I tell them I am not having any pain? Because what they were seeing was him as a body and what he was as a divinity. Both of them are living at different planes. How can you teach them? See, friends, the more we become aware of this, the first border we have to cross in the samsara is body identification. If that is not done, kurute ganga sagar gamanam vrata paripalanam athava danam jnana vihina sarvamatena bhajatina muktim janmashatena bhaja govindam bhaja. Give it a try and be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha.